I know what you're doing. You're sitting at home, and you're watching television, and you're thinking, boy, what am I doing watching TV? I have all these books on the shelf, and I haven't read all of them yet. I feel so guilty. Well, here's the thing. See, when you retire, you'll have plenty of time to read. Until then, you're watching television. It only happens once. It's disposable comedy. Until you start reading, we got you. Hi, welcome to Night After Night. I'm the Ram and the Ram-a-Lamma Ding Dong, and boy, have we got a show for you tonight. Actor extraordinaire Danny Aiello is here, and the gentleman to my left, the guy in a beautiful floral tie today.
Thank you.
Mr. Nick Bakay, ladies and gentlemen. You know, a lot of people say, well, what does Nick do? What is his role on the show? It's not defined. He's an announcer, he's a shagmaster, he plays many roles on the show. Nick, can you sum up what you do?
That would be how I would sum it up. In a physical movement exercise. Now you see me, now you don't. Perhaps the comedy mask, the tragedy mask.
Well, okay. And all the way, and that's why we have trouble defining what Nick is as well.
It really depends on my chemical balance on a given day.
And all the way from the island of Manhattan, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our audience, our only audience. It happens one time. Cindy Nathan is here. Cindy, you look good. You look great. I like your outfit. I like the big pearls. I like the leather. What do you do for a living? I will guess, and I will just say you are either a hairstylist or a dominatrix.
Actually, I'm aspiring to be a dominatrix. I do hair during the day.
Well, aspire no longer. Because I have some writers here who will do anything you say. The writers on the show. What do you do for a living?
I'm a legal assistant.
Legal assistant, and how do you assist the lawyers?
Normally, when they're out of the office, I give very cheap legal advice.
Okay, and you married?
No.
Boyfriend?
No.
Didn't you? Now, you broke up recently, though, didn't you?
Right. How'd you know that? He
I
called
sensed
you.
it. What happened? You dumped him? He dumped you? Tell the truth.
I think it was mutual.
Oh, no, no, no. Somebody always gets stuck. Come on.
Well,
oh, what a coinky-dink. What?
I said he might be watching.
Oh, he might be watching?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a very nice gentleman. And I hope you two get back together again. Is it a big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, a big guy with a lot of hair on his back?
No, no hair in the back.
But one of those big guys who would just, like, beat the crap out of me, right?
Probably he could.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Well, let's move on to the comedy portion of the show, folks. Nick, you know, this weekend, you and I, we've both been going through a lot of pressure. It's a transitional stage, I think, for both of us here, professionally and personally.
Yes.
What do you say, this weekend, let's get a couple of flamethrowers and go down to the crafts fair.
And hit the macrame?
Just you know, spray everybody with fire and flame and watch them run. We might do a little time in prison, but once they see the crafts that we're lighting on fire, I don't think any jury would convict us.
And you can't buy that kind of publicity. You can't buy it.
No, we can't. We can't even. We can't even buy it. We can't. We can't buy anything.
Not even for ready money.
I know.
If I may quote Mr. Oscar Wilde.
See, he quotes Oscar Wilde. Does Ed McMahon do that? No. He doesn't know who Oscar Wilde is. He think Oscar. Who? All right, you're Ed McMahon, okay?
Okay.
Ed, who's Oscar Wilde?
He is from the San Diego Zoo.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Oh, the World Series. Last night we thought Minnesota would win.
Boy, were we wrong.
Romping and stomping the Atlanta Braves. Now, I think they get back to Minnesota, the fans are going to pick up the pace. I think it's going to go 7.
Well, it's a really hard ballpark for a visiting team to play well in. I mean, this is a great series. I don't know what's going to happen.
I know. And the other night I was in the Village, when I was watching the Real Life Brady Bunch, and we took a break. I was with my manager, Rick, and we went to find a bar with a TV to see the game. And we're in the Village, we're on Bleecker Street, and we see this kind of bar, and we see a TV and it's all these, you know, people in turtlenecks and women in black lipstick smoking like this, like. And I run in and I see the TV, and it's a Eurasian guy laying on his side on the television going, and there's subtitles underneath them. And I come in and I go, hey, watching the World Series? No. They looked at me like, Give me one of those looks. So we had to go to like a real bar to find it. You can't. It's hard. It's hard to go down in the village. You live in the village, don't you, Cindy?
Yes,
Nathan?
Yes, I do.
You're watching the series?
Yes, I am.
And who you rooting for?
Whatever team is from Atlanta. Not a big fan.
No. Really? Could have surprised me. What else do I have here? You know, Danny Aiello's on the show today. Damn it. Scott, didn't we have some funny stuff to talk about? We have
cigarettes.
What?
Cigarettes last night.
Oh, shall I talk about that?
Yeah.
Shall I talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, I went to get cigarettes last night because I'm trying to quit smoking, I feel. And anyway, all right, this is kind of a weird story. So I went to get cigarettes in my neighborhood, and the delis were closed. It was kind of late. The only place that was open was this gay bar in my neighborhood. So I figured, hey, I'll go in and buy some cigarettes, right? And so I walked into the bar. I'm not going to give you the name of the bar, but it's a very popular, you know, Upper West Side, trendy, gay bar. A lot of guys. And, you know, I figured I'll just kind of blend in, get my cigarettes and get out. You know what I mean, Nick?
Sure. It's like when you're going in to use the restroom somewhere that you're not patronizing, you try and look like, hey, no problem, just going back and I'm going to be gone.
Yeah.
Don't notice me.
And that's what I was doing. I was doing one of these, like, you know, like our
Me, I'm
crumb.
just scoodly-doo.
So I walk into this place, and, you know, and I can honestly say I've never been, no, that's not true. I was in the gay bar once, but that was like 10 years ago. I just went on a field trip. But, hey, come on, don't judge me. So I walk into this, I walk in, and everybody stops. And the jukebox goes, boo. It was like, you know, the Miller Draft commercials, the Miller Genuine Draft, where everybody stops and there's snowing and stuff like that. And then I look at everybody and go, oh, I just came in to get some cigarettes. And they'll go, oh, okay. And then they go back and do what they're doing. And I realized I had a very tacky sweatshirt on. I made a fashion faux pas.
Uh-oh.
You know, and then I just got my cigarettes and I went home. That was it. I just got my cigarettes and went home. No, I just got my cigarettes. And I went, okay, I danced a couple dances. But then I got my cigarettes, I danced, and they were two fast numbers, you know, just grooving, and I went home. Okay, two fast numbers and a slow number. And then I got my cigarettes, and I had a couple drinks, and I went home.
But you didn't linger near the Planter's Punch dispenser.
Okay, I had cigarettes, I danced a couple fast ones, the slow ones, I had a drink, and went by the Planter's Punch dispenser, and then I went home.
You hadn't have noticed that they had the game on the TV, did you?
Okay, I watched the rest of the game. I went in, I got some cigarettes, and watched the game, and then I went home, and, you know, it's like, I fell in love, damn it! I fell in love, okay? Ah.
I happened to walk by that bar at 4 in the morning, and there you were on the countertop getting rolfed.
You know, we got to explain that to the kids at home, but we don't have time because
It's
we have
a deep massage technique.
Oh, stop! We've got a good show for you tonight. All kidding aside, one of the best actors to come along in a long time. Every time you see him in a movie, whether the movie's good or bad, he's always good. Very consistent, very rich actor, and Danny Aiello is here. Need I say more?
This is my pizzeria.
This is my pizzeria.
That's my Danny Aiello.
Okay. Also, I want to ask him about Godfather Part 2. He also started a wildcat strike against Greyhound Bus, so we got to talk about that. Danny Aiello's here. We got a lot of surprises. Cindy Nathan is here. We're going to teach her how to be a dominatrix. I'll get the writers out here. And we got a good show for you. And, okay, I danced 4 dances. We'll be right back.